Yo, what's good, guys? So, if y'all don't know, Andre 3000 had an interview and he dropped a bombshell about one of my favorite verses from him personally. Probably one of my favorite verses hip hop wise. Like, one of my old time favorite hip hop verses of all fucking time. Life of the Party. The way how he, like, I can't even get into that verse because, like, that verse had me saying I love my mom like 7 times after I left the crib every day. Like, it had me in that verse, had me in the hole, nigga. That verse had me saying I love you 1,000 times before I leave the crib. That verse had me in a chokehold. So he dropped this crazy bombshell about the song. I just play a clip for y'all.
Broader thing, like
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean the history of it now. I mean, I know Kanye and Drake had some beef and words, and they were beefing at the time. And I don't know how it happened. I don't know. This is so odd, but Drake got a hold to the song before Kanye was able to put it out, and Drake released it on his radio show. Like he just put it out, and I was like, whoa.
given how personal that verse was to you, like, did you consider that an affront, or were you just like, beef is beef?
Yeah, because they were kind of going at it, and I actually didn't understand why he did it. I don't know if he because what people don't know too is that at that point, Kanye and I weren't really in agreement of how the song would be released. So I'm not sure if he was going to even come out.
I see.
So I don't know if Drake found out the song was not going to come out and was just saying, well, I'm going to put it out, because it was a thing about Kanye was at a point in his life where he didn't want any curse words on the album.
Right.
And I said, yeah, I'm cool with it, man. Yeah, I'm totally fine with no curse words, but take me off the song, because I'd written it a certain.
Not gonna lie, this is W rap beef because, like, if Drake never leaked the song, this verse probably wouldn't come out, and the OG verse finally came out where it wasn't Kanye talking about he GD, like, we don't care, nigga, like, you a billionaire, we don't give a fuck about what you said. Fuck, nigga, you not 7'4", fuck you, nigga. You don't care, you not 6'3", you Kanye, fuck is you talk about, nigga, like, you're the musical genius, we do not care about you gangbanging. But that beef was anything. I remember that time. That was a very odd time. Kanye was posting Drake's address whole time, like, anybody could look up Drake's address, like, it's all public information. They was going back and forth at it. You know, they had their little beef, Pusha, and they was going back and forth. It was just anything. It got so, like, dumb. After a while, they linked up. Then they did the whole little concert. Then I don't know, Kanye went back to being Kanye. But honestly, shout out to Drake. Shout out to Drake for leaking the verse, because honestly, if that song didn't come out, we would have missed out on some real greatness. And I feel like especially in the rap industry, when it comes to egos and Kanye's fucking big head, which I think is why Drake and Kanye clashed, because it was kind of like one of those, like Kanye's like Drake's big brother in a weird way. Like, he be egoing the nigga, but Drake, like, because Drake got his ego and skills from Kanye. Like, you got to get it from the first narcissist. Like, you get and then it trickled to him. And I feel like, you know, Drake is inspired by Kanye's, like, ego. That Kanye tried to ego him, and he wasn't feeling that. And then it was a whole thing, and it was like, I don't know, it was the battle of egos. But something great came out of it, and it was this powerful verse from Andre 3 Stacks, which is one of my favorite verses ever. So Life of the Party, I just love that song a lot. So this coming out was really touching, but it was kind of crazy because Kanye was talking about, oh, no cursing and this, that, and the third. I understand, but it's like, you wanted the nigga to give his real raw art. And I feel like Kanye, at times, again, he has too many yes men. A lot of people don't really care about him. They only want to use him. But then when I see people that really want to be, you know, give Kanye real advice, he start bitching. Like, he's so used to being yes man and kiss ass all the time. Like, it's like, bro, like, you started out with this idea, and now you're going to tell me to throw away my idea when this is how I want to express myself on the song. Whole time, that was the best song ever on that project. That was probably the best song I listened to in years. Like, probably one of my top 5 songs. Probably in that top, you know, it's a lot of Luther Vandross songs up there, but, you know, like Kendrick and stuff like that. But he's definitely up there with, like, those type of songs. Like, he gave me a vibe that, like, I fuck with. Like, the whole story with him and his mom and his dad, and him explaining his life with his mom was very similar to mine. It's something that I could relate to. And then his mom passing, it was a very powerful song. So I just don't even understand where Kanye was going. Like, Kanye just be doing shit. Like, he just be doing Like, he just be doing shit. Like, that nigga is off the fucking wall. Like, he's off the wall. Like, he's never stable. He's always off the fucking wall. But shout out to Drake, though, for leaking this amazing verse, because we probably would have never heard this shit. This is probably one of the best verses I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm not even glazing. I'm being dead serious. I never discovered hip-hop, quote-unquote. Like, I grew up hip-hop. Hip-hop is like a part of me. Like, I've been hearing hip-hop as long as I was a fucking baby. I was in diapers. Like, hip-hop is just a thing you hear, like, in my neighborhood where I come from. Like, niggas bum hip-hop. Hip-hop is a part of, like, our culture and things like that. So it's not like I found and started listening to hip-hop at this age. No, I've been listening to hip-hop before I was even fucking born, since I was in a fucking womb. But this was one of the best verses I've ever heard in my entire life, and I can say that proudly. Like, it was a really amazing song. And, you know, I guess beef is a good thing. I guess beef is a good thing, because the song when it came out, Kanye's ego was in hell. And I don't know, Kanye is too, like, he jumps off the deep end too much. Like, he's very unstable, and it's, like, kind of cringy and concerning at the same time, because it's like, nigga, you're like, I get it, you have bipolar issues, but something gotta change, bro. Like, something gotta just happen in your brain where it's, like, it gotta go off. Like, you're being used by some people, you have a bunch of yes men around you, and people give you real advice, you just start bitching. Like, it's weird with Kanye. But, you know, so what, they didn't see eye to eye. At least the verse finally came out, and we finally got that legendary verse, man. But shout out to Andre, one of my favorite rappers ever. A really underrated rapper. I mean, he's not always in the eye of public like Kanye. Like, you know, Kanye's like, I'm a musical genius. You got to know about my musical genius. But he's like, you know, he's more like to the side and everything. You know, everybody was trying to make fun of him when he was doing the flutes thing. But I understood that too. Like, it gets to a certain point. Like, I low-key kind of agree with him when he says, like, rap is a young nigga sport. Because it is. It high-key is. Like, we could all act like it's not, but it is. It's not ageism. Rap is literally, you know, young, rebellious. Like, that's literally what it is. It's a rebellious art form. And who's the most rebellious people on the fucking planet? The youth. So, tomatoes. So, but that's what I gotta say, though. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next YouTube video. Peace.
Got a lot to get off my chest. These niggas move funny but never correct. I never mind it cause they don't know the trauma of niggas slipping, trying to catch one of breath. Think to myself, not right in the head. I keep it passive but get pushed to the edge. And when I'm started, I just want niggas dead. Gasping for air cause my foot on they necks, nigga. Bitch calling up my phone, went straight to the tone. Too bad that she fucked on the eye. Keep some shit on my hip, no lie. Gotta watch it for pics. 13th always stay on my car. And these niggas that swear that they live in the life they don't live in a minute, start talking the car. And this I better get up and get it, or turn to a victim ass nigga with piss and no pie. Niggas tripping, you can get it with me. Always keep the city hollows, leaving terror on block. Ripping kidneys on those who envy, got a gut feeling you ain't seeing tomorrow. Shots ringing in the top, screeching, flowing in the secret shit, repeating a lot. Blood cleaning from coagulation from the ones that's taken, but they never forgot.